Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Ona Olifant for those who don't know. I hope you are doing good. Where do I even start? Welcome back to my channel, guys. I come back. How y'all doing? How y'all been? It's been a minute. Long time no see, Sana. So for those who are regulars on this channel and my other social media pages, you would have noticed that I disappeared off the face of the earth after my whole engagement in February, March. That's when I uploaded the vlogs. After that, I said, I know I have been gone for so long, but we have so much to catch up on. Don't worry, I'm gonna fill you in on everything, okay? We're gonna get into that, but before we get into this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, please don't skip the ads. Thank you very much. But yeah, guys, let us get into this video. If you can't already tell by my face and everything, the reason I have been away on my leave of absence and I was telling you guys that no, my camera broke. I took it in for repairs. This is why I have been away. I have been baking. This is why I have been away from YouTube and the socials, because I have been baking a whole human being from scratch. But yeah, this is my little baby. I can't believe you guys have been here since my varsity days and now we are having a baby. This has been the hardest secret to keep, okay? So let me take you back. So I turned 26 this year in May. I turned 26, which is so crazy. In my mind, I'm still 25. But I turned 26 this year. My partner and I, well, my fiance now, we have been together since 2016, okay? So that is a long time. Us moving in together, getting engaged, now having a baby is just so crazy. It's just so crazy. So the past 2 years, that's when we started having the conversations. Just started talking more about marriage. What are the processes? We would even ask our parents, you know, all of that. Then we would have conversations about starting a family, when we would want to start a family, are we ready? Yeah, so we both really liked the idea of everything and we were definitely on the same page with everything. So our plan for this year, 2025, was to first start with moving in together and the mahadi process. That was our plan for 2025. And then after the mahadi process was done and out of the way, that's when we had planned to start actually trying for a baby. If not end of 2025, then maybe 2026. But clearly that was not the plan, because this little baby said you guys thought, okay? We plan, God decides. And then in terms of contraceptives, I was using the Depo Provera, the injection, for quite a long time. I used it from varsity until 2023 and I left it because I was like, you know what, I've been using this thing for so long and I just felt like it wasn't healthy for my body. Also the fact that I wasn't getting my periods when I was on the Depo injection. At that time when I was younger and in varsity, I felt like, oh, this is great because nobody wants to be dealing with a period, and I just felt like, this side effect, I can take it, you know. But then as I got older and I just realized that this isn't actually healthy and normal for my body, I just wanted my body to go back to factory reset settings. What? You know, my cycle being regulated again. They say that the injection takes a while to get out of your system and it can delay you getting pregnant. So I just thought, what if the time actually comes and I'm like, boom, I'm ready to have a baby, and it's delayed because of the contraceptive that I was using. And then after leaving the injection, I was like, you know what, I can't risk getting pregnant now, so I need to get on some contraceptive, but not as harsh as the injection. And then I saw a doctor and then they found that the pill would be suitable for me. I used the pill for a couple of months. I think it was years. So what I didn't like about the pill is that I had to take it every day and remember to take it every day at the same time. And also I feel like it contributed a lot to my weight gain, and I just felt like I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of this. My period did start coming back while I was still on the pills. Also my fiance just felt like me being on contraceptives for so long in general was just a lot, and he was like, maybe you should give your body a break. Bashimani. But he was considerate though, because he felt like it's unfair for you to be doing all this prevention work, you know, for it to just be solely relying on you. He was like, no, don't worry, we'll take the necessary precautions, you know, in terms of prevention and stuff. We also just started taking, like, health wise, the necessary precautions. He started working out, working on his body, so that he's healthy, you know. I also started working on my body, and I went on my weight loss journey, which went so good until guys, bashimani. Also regarding the whole weight situation, I wasn't too mad when I found out that I was pregnant, because I knew that it was gonna happen, and for me it was just the thing of, let me prep my body to be at its healthiest and at its best for when the time comes for me to be actually ready to have a baby. The crazy part is that we even had baby names. I had a whole list on my phone. I still have that list of baby names, possible baby names, right? So how and when did I find out I was pregnant? I found out the day before New Year's Eve. I found out the 30th December, vroeg in die oggend. Baie vroeg in die oggend. It was peak December, Homonate, groove. Motaga just bought a car. Also we had just came back from the northwest, because he wanted me to meet the rest of the family, and also because he was going to show them the car after he bought the car and everything. So he was like, you know what, Motaga, let's go. And everything went well, you know, everything is good, everything, you know. The last thing I'm thinking is pregnancy. We came back, and then he was here for a week, and then he went back home again to spend New Year's and Christmas that side with his family. And I did the same with my family. Alternating between my apartment and at home. My last hurrah was Christmas, which was at home. Drinks were flowing, bekumnandi, yay, bona. I knew this is my last. My period was supposed to come on the 31st of December, on New Year's Eve, right? So I was tracking my cycle with the Flow app. That is what I was using for a couple of years, and so far so good. It was quite accurate. If it's not the day that Flow says, it would be the next day. Flow would even tell me when I'm ovulating and stuff, all of that. So 2 days before I found out, I was experiencing such horrible period pains. My period could literally just come, and I'm like, oh, okay, I went to the bathroom and I see, you know, my girl is here. But I'm not somebody who would experience cramping before my period came, so that was like a bit weird for me. But I was just like, I remember there was a time even I was in the kitchen, and I even had to lean against the counter a little bit just to ease the pain, which I was like, that's weird. But anyway, you know, it's fine. So the 30th, I'm woken up by the cramping again very early in the morning, around like 6, and I couldn't sleep, and I was like, and I also felt nauseous. I remember going to the bathroom and I felt a little bit nauseous, and I was like, what is happening here? And I said, no. I said, no ways, my babe. I said, what? Corner something. And I was like, you know what, let me just rule out pregnancy. Let me just take a test so that I can enjoy my New Year's Eve in peace. Funny enough, I had a pregnancy test, the ones that just shows the lines, you know, those pharmacy ones. I had a test in the bathroom because I had taken a test. Surprisingly, I had actually tested in November. I had actually taken a test in November because in November I was suspecting Uguti something. Well, my partner is the one that said, please take a test because your symptoms. I was taking my vitamins in the morning and I threw up. Yeah, it was new vitamins that I had started. So I told him, oh babe, like, this is so weird, I just threw up. I was having like juice after taking my vitamins and I threw up. And he was like, no, just take a test so that we can just relax. And I was like, you're just going on about nothing. it's fine, I'll take the test. And I remember I went back to my place. I was at his place for a few days, and then I went back to my place. I got the pregnancy test, so nearly 2 in a pack, so 1 was left over, right? So I took that test in November, and I told him, like, I sent him a picture. I was like, to ease your anxiety from the nausea yesterday, it's negative, babe. And then I sent him the picture of the pregnancy test, right? And then you know what this man said? He said, soon it will be double, with a heart. I'm so sorry, I had to change positions and rather just stand for a bit because my feet are literally swelling so bad because I have been sitting for a long time. We have reached that point now. Yep, pregnancy when I catch you. But anyway, as I was saying, I took the test in the bathroom, 6 o'clock in the morning. I leave the test there and I'm like not thinking anything, and then I set a timer on my phone, so I wasn't recording the first test that I took because I cannot, you know. So I'm there in the bathroom, and did I not get a shock of my life? I turned that pregnancy test around and I thought I was seeing things, because why am I seeing a faint line? Why am I seeing a faint line on the test? I was like, I have never seen this before. What is that? I was like, this can't be. There's absolutely no ways that is a positive. Now I'm busy on my phone. I'm Googling on TikTok, faint line pregnancy test. What does it mean? And listen, TikTok, my babe. TikTok was telling me that, ma'am, you're pregnant. You need to take another test. You are so pregnant. And it was so funny because in that moment I was so conflicted on what to do. The first option I had was, let me just mice what is happening and let me just enjoy the 31st, and then Gadiwani I'll test. Or I can just test now so that I ease my anxiety and I know what's actually going on, because I felt like I wouldn't be able to relax with this whole thing at the back of my mind, you know. So I said, I don't like suspense, I don't like surprises. So I said, you know what, let me just ease my anxiety. And I went on Checkers 60. The first order of the day, I ordered a pregnancy test, the clear blue, because that one will be able to tell me more accurately, am I pregnant or am I not? So yeah, I put in my Checkers order, the first one of the day. Wait till 8 o'clock, 8 to 9, that slot, yeah, 8 to 9 a.m, that one. So it is the 30th of December and it is almost 9:30. The past 3 days I've been having like terrible period pain. I'm not a person who gets period pains before my period. My period is supposed to come tomorrow. I had a little bit of nausea this morning. I didn't even waste time. I just Checkers 60'd this one that can tell me what's up. Okay, I don't know which way it is, but I'm going to be a mom. I'm going to be somebody's mother. I finally flipped it and washa guys. Literally, the test said pregnant and it said 2 to 3. There was no denying it. There was absolutely no denying it. I didn't know. I was just shocked because I had always just seen it being negative. So for it to actually come back as a positive was insane. I thought I was seeing things. I was like, what? And the first thing I could think of was, I'm gonna be somebody's mom. And it was just I just felt overwhelmed by emotion. On the other hand, I was nervous and a bit scared. This is very life-changing. And then on the other hand, I'm like, oh my word, this is so exciting. And I'm going to be a mom. I'm going to be somebody's mother. I was crying. I ended up crying. I'm laughing. I'm shocked. Like, there was just a lot happening, okay? And then after that, positive. And then, yeah, I decided, well, you know what? I need to tell my fiance. Bear in mind, he's back home. I was like, no, I need to tell him. I can't keep this from him. As much as I would have liked to tell him in a very nice, cute way, in person, but I couldn't wait. I needed to tell him now, okay? I am busy texting him and I'm like, wake up, wake up. And I called him and I'm like, babe, there's something happening. And then I sent him the picture of the one with the faint line first. I'm like, I'm gonna send you a picture, but I don't know what to think. I don't know what's happening. And then he was like, no, just take another one so that you can confirm, don't stress. You know, he was very calm. And I'm like, oh, you're so calm and I'm busy freaking out. He was like, no, relax, just take another test just to confirm. So that's what I do. I tell him, oh, okay, Kanti, I've already taken it. A few minutes later, I call him. I'm on the phone with him now and I sent him the picture of the one that is positive. And he was laughing. He was just like, oh my word, like, you know, like, what? That is so crazy. The fact that it is positive. He was just like so relaxed. He was so calm. He was like, no, that's good. This is what we wanted after all. You know, don't worry, I'm gonna be there every step of the way. We're gonna be fine, everything's gonna work out. Then my fiance was like, no, we need to tell our parents, you know, just so that they know what's happening and everything like that. So he was like, no, he's gonna tell his parents. I should do the same. So I'm like, okay, I need to tell my mom, but I can't tell her over the phone. I want to tell her in person, you know, make it cute for her. And then I told her to come to my place. So she was like, okay, it's fine, she'll come. And then when she came, that's when I decided to tell my mommy. Close your eyes.
What? Oh, between. Where do I
And your flowers, massage these flowers.
Oh, thank you so much.
Cute, ne?
Oh, very cute.
And I think it has a file as
I
well.
was not expected.
You appreciate it. Thank you. I love you. I love you too. Your gift is
Thank
not
you so
bad.
much. No, always. Why? What is this? It's like I'm dreaming. I'm going to be a grandma. Like me. Oh my god. Congratulations. This baby's gonna be spoiled rotten. This baby, yo. Thank you so much for this lovely present. All the best, darling. I'll be with you every step of the way, I promise. I'll be there for you. I will definitely be there for you.
So yeah, then my mom knew, and then I told my mom, my babes, you're gonna have to tell my dad because there's absolutely no way that I'm gonna be telling my dad the news myself. I said nope. So she said no, it's fine, she'll tell my dad and everything. Yeah, my dad was chilled about it. He was like, you know what, you guys are old enough, you guys are both working, you guys can take care of this child, so he's not stressed at all. He was happy, you know, he's gonna be a grandfather. So my fiance also told his parents. They were also happy about the news. Both our parents were both excited and happy because this is the first grandchild on both sides. The very, very first grandchild, okay? Because this is me and my fiance's first child. We both don't have any children. This is our first experience, and I'm so grateful to God to be experiencing it with somebody who also has never experienced it before. We can both be clueless in this roller coaster that we are on. And it's also just so nice to see both our parents getting to experience having their first grandchild, you know? So everyone is so excited. Like, this baby is gonna be so spoiled. This baby's gonna be so spoiled. So despite everything else that is going on, I am still experiencing the excruciating cramping. Now it's excruciating. It feels like period pains, but like times a million. And I was just like, God, are you showing me a preview, a sneak peek of what am I gonna see at the finish line? Because what is this? The cramps were so bad. They would keep me up at night. I would wake up in the middle of the night from the bad cramps. I would also have nausea along with the cramps as well. I would even want to be on the floor. That's how bad they were. So my only stress and concern about those cramps was ectopic pregnancy, and luckily I managed to get a doctor's appointment 31 because it's busy, you know. So yeah, I went to the doctor and the doctor did some tests. She said the cramps and everything was normal. It's implantation cramping. And I said, ma'am, can't you give me anything, because I can't. And she was like, no, my babes, unfortunately we can only give you Panado. Oh guys. Yeah, the 31st was very chilled. I was at home, you know, I was underneath the blankets even because the cramps, I was just going through a lot. Yeah, and then the following week my fiance came back and we tried to get a appointment to see a gynecologist so that we can go for an ultrasound, just to make sure that everything is okay indeed. Like guys, I just wanted to make sure that everything is okay. So yeah, we managed to get an appointment, which was so tricky. Like finding appointments, especially beginning of the year, people are still on leave and everything like that, you know, because of the festive season. So luckily we got an appointment. Hey guys, today is the 4th of January and the time right now is 20 minutes past 11. We are on the way. It's gonna make a noise, baby. I'll switch it on after. So yeah, it's a Saturday and we are on the way. So weird even saying it. So we are on the way to do an ultrasound scan. We got a last minute one because the thingies are fully booked. Gynecologists are also fully booked. So luckily they said we should come before 12, so at least we're 9 minutes away now. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm excited as well because it's the anxiety of just like wanting to know like everything is okay, and the cramps that I've been having as well. So yeah, when I did the blood test, they said that it's about 4 or 5 weeks, so at least hopefully the scan will be able to get an exact timeline and date of like how far along it is. So yeah, I'm nervous. Are you excited to see your baby? It sounds so weird saying that. Yeah. You're going to be a parent, babe. Well, we are going to be parents. Are you nervous or are you nervous or you're excited?
Mixed feelings, both.
Yeah, same. I feel like at least after this there'll be like some sense of relief, nyana, you know, just knowing that everything is okay. So yeah, we are on the way for the first scan. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna vlog there, so I'll see you guys, well, we'll see you guys afterwards. Say bye, babe.
Can't stop staring at those ocean eyes, burning cities and napalm skies, 15 flares inside those.
My little baby is kicking me. So the time that we went for that appointment, I think I was around like 6 weeks, so I didn't know that that's still very early. And when we got to the appointment, she didn't see anything on the scan, but she said like the something wall is thickening as it should be, so that's usually a sign of early pregnancy starting, so that's good. So she just said we should come back in like 2 more weeks.
So this is your baby. So there's one baby, 9 weeks and 3 days. So this side is going to be the head. You see that thing that's moving? That's the heart. It's the first organ to form and function. And then the arms and these smaller projections here. Here are the lower limbs. Over there. So there's your munchkins. There's one munchkin.
So at this point it's only our parents that know, and then because my brother doesn't like the camera, my brother is not a fan of this. He's not a fan of lights, camera, action, YouTube. So I thought, you know what, I'll just write a letter for him, and I wrote I wrote to Tlotlo, congratulations, you're going to be an uncle. I found out yesterday, but don't tell Musa yet. Lol, respond on WhatsApp. And then he responded on WhatsApp. He was like, no, congratulations. I'm happy for you guys. You know, he's going to be an uncle. Malume wangwana. So yeah, everyone was happy. And then the next person that I wanted to tell was my sister Tolo. Tolo's in Cape Town, right? Schooling in Cape Town. So the plan, Tolo was already coming to visit me for like in January, because I was moving out in January. So I wanted her to visit me before I moved out. Bear in mind, guys, this girl, she had sent me a message on WhatsApp telling me, hey girl, I dreamt of you and you were pregnant. And I was like, Batung Solo fellow, you're busy dreaming of pregnancy. Look, I'm thinking. And I was like, you know, that time I didn't know what's to come. Also, I had told her when she comes, in January, I'm doing like a detox, no alcohol thingy, so that she doesn't suspect. That's what I also said on social media as well. Kante. And then Tulu came. Close your eyes. What if it's a snake coming out? You can open it. Cute. There's more. Come back. Come back. There's more. There's more at the bottom. Surprise! Upgrade what we tell you to do. You're gonna be an auntie. Here you go. Yes, you can open it now. What's that? What does it say? So do you know what this means? Yes, there's a baby coming. There's a baby coming. Nice. You're gonna start visiting me a lot. Auntie Mosa.
How do you feel? Eh?
Good.
And you're gonna give Sisi a big hug. And congratulations.
Now you're gonna have somebody that you can play with. A real life dog for you. We decided to tell my sister-in-law, my fiance's little sister. With her, we had to tell her via phone. There was a little vest as well, and my fiance held it up. As like we were like mid-call, and that's when we told her like, hey. So y'all, the dress that I bought, I wanted to show you. Your dreams are fulfilled. Rakari wangwana. Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Aww, stop, please.
I'm happy for you.
Now you're gonna make me cry.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So happy to be by you. I'm so happy for you guys.
Oh, thank you, auntie. Yeah, 3 months later, I told my friends. Oh, I told Palisa first because I met up with her. We were actually meeting up for a catch-up lunch. I hadn't seen her in so long, and obviously if we're meeting up and we haven't seen each other in so long, obviously we were gonna get drinks, you know, shots like we always do. And this time baby girl was not gonna be drinking, so it was gonna be obvious. So I was like, I just have to tell her today.
By himself. I was thinking, why are we one person? Why are we the same? Wait. Oh, open that first. Okay. Open that first. Why did you open first? You're supposed to open I saw something at the bottom. Open the bottle first. Open the bottle first. But I saw something else. Open the bottle. Open the bottle. Open the bottle. Hi. Yes, Sana. You can take it out and put it on the table. I told you. You're joking,
My friends, obviously they did know that this was bound to happen, but I don't think they were expecting it like when it happened, because I just got engaged, you know. Because I would hint to my friends, shame, I would tell them, Mina, next year Nyashata. Mina, next year, like, I'm ready to have a baby. And then the following week, I was meeting up with the rest of the girls because it was Dumiso's birthday picnic. If you guys remember that vlog, yes, I was already pregnant. I was already pregnant and we were doing a picnic, and I was like, this is the perfect time that I'll tell them. But after the whole picnic festivities are done, it was so cute, such a girlhood moment, sisterhood. It was so beautiful. I get so emotional when I look back at those videos of me just telling our friends and families. Like, they make me so emotional.
Cute. Guys, I have somebody who shot their friendship shot, right? Yeah. With us. Yeah, so there was one like I met like last week. I actually met the person, right? No, like they like our setup and our friendship and everything. Yeah? And they want to join. The friendship. Yes.
The outing.
Yes.
Because the friendship is another thing.
The friendship is another thing.
Yeah.
Together is another.
Yeah.
Oh, sharp. But like, yeah, the vibes are chilled and everything. So they were like, they want to like join. Yes. And meet us in person. When? Like, aren't you guys down?
No, we're down. But we're trying to figure out the type of person this person
Yeah.
is.
Like, it's like, but the thing is, they said today. Yeah, they said they're at the gate. She can come.
She can come. I can pull Lata anyway.
She can come.
She
They already here.
What do you mean?
Sorry, girl.
Fuck,
Come here.
Oh my god.
Oh no! What the hell, girl? Where is it?
What am I just here?
Oh no!
No, they can
I've seen you already. Wait! Jumping and jumping.
I'm excited.
Oh, goodness. I've been asking her, when should I break the news? You think about text
Speak about the friends. Speak about the friends that you want to bring.
I'm gonna be an auntie again.
We're gonna have a new friend. Guys, 2025. Goosebumps.
And I remember when I was telling you about the engagement, also I was pregnant. And I was like,
That's the first thing.
Well, they were still coming in. Okay. You can give it to her that side. Thank you.
You lie.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Serious? You lie.
I'm serious. Do you think I would let these people write a whole message for you like this, dude? Surprise! Oh, friend. I should have brought my fan.
What does TikTok say the gender is when the heart rate is? I'm trying not to focus on that. Because these things, you guys, TikTok tells you stories. She doesn't mind.
Hey guys, today is Thursday and it is just after 11. We had our appointment this morning at 10 for, we had to come in today for blood test, and then we also did a scan, flying out of nowhere. But yeah, even the doctor was saying like, you look so bright today, you are glowing. I said yes, I'm feeling like myself again. This week we are 13 weeks, so we had to come in for blood tests, and then we also did a scan. Let me actually take off my shades. But yeah, so I did the blood tests. They took my blood and everything. It wasn't bad. I was telling the what do they call the people who draw blood, babe?
Phlebotomy technician.
Phlebotomist. Hey. Oh wow. I was telling the lady, the phlebotomist, that like, she was so gentle because they had to take like 5 of those little containers, so it wasn't bad at all. Yeah, but Pumpkin, oh, that's the baby's nickname until we find out the gender and all of that. But Pumpkin is doing good. Pumpkin is growing compared to the last scan. The last scan was at 9 weeks. Pumpkin has grown a lot. Pumpkin's hand was even moving. You could see the legs and the arms. Mara anay pita, we taking my baby's shy, guys. How about Hoboniwa? But everything is normal. The heartbeat as well was perfect. Measuring normally as well. My little baby, baking a superstar, okay? But yeah, everything is good. You know that anxiety in the morning or the anxiety before the scan, as much as you're excited but also just a bit nervous. So I'm just glad that everything is good and everything is great. So we're gonna see the doctor again 6, I think 6. So yeah, everything is good. How are you feeling, babe, since you saw your little Moana?
Honestly, I'm just a bit nervous.
Why are you nervous, my puppy?
I just want everything to go well. See the baby in the house.
Yeah.
But I want to see the child in the arms. That's all.
You can't wait to hold your child. Sawara, my puppy. Sawara. Yeah, it's so weird for us. He was saying that it's so weird when the doctor, the guy, he was calling him like, come daddy, and he was like, yo, hectic, like I'm actually gonna be somebody's dad. But anyway, just a little update. We're doing good. I'm feeling like myself again. I'm out of the trenches, and yeah, you know. But anyway, until next time, say bye, Motwaga. Our baby's gonna watch this also one day.
Yeah, man.
So bye, Pumpkin. Love your parents.
Fast forward, and then we were going for regular checkups every single month. with the gynae, found the best gynae, and literally from the first appointment that we went to her, we loved her. I was also glad that it was a woman, because I just felt like I would be more comfortable with a woman, and she's black as well. She mentioned God, I think, in the first appointment, you know, like something. My fiance is the one who even was telling me that, oh, he liked the fact that she made a reference like about God, and I was like, oh really, that's you know, check, we're keeping her, we're staying with her. So we've stuck with the same gynae ever since, and we love her so much, and the journey has been so amazing with her. So we were going for monthly checkups with our gynae. My pregnancy journey has been an amazing one. There was only one hiccup along the way. Before we found out the gender during the second trimester at our 20-week anatomy scan. So that is basically when the doctor looks at everything in detail. It's not just like a regular scan, oh, baby is okay, baby's moving, there's the heartbeat. No, it was like an in-depth, I'm out of breath. It was an in-depth scan, ultrasound, checking baby's brain, checking baby's limbs, like is everything okay, like the kidneys, like in detail. Okay, that was such a nerve-wracking appointment. So that day I went with my mom to the appointment to the gynecologist, and I was just for some reason so nervous, and I could also tell she was also nervous, but I think we were nervous because we knew that we were finding out the gender, but it was going to be a secret. Like the doctor wasn't going to tell us, she was just going to write it in an envelope. So yeah, we were both just so nervous, and I don't know, you know, I could just feel hore. But I was just trying. I prayed before the appointment, you know, as I usually do, and then we went to the appointment. So it was just so nerve-wracking. The doctor's checking. She's telling us this is the brain, this is how this looks, this is normal. Yeah, and then I'm so sorry, I'm pregnant and I'm emotional. Okay, bear with me. So then she says, she's like, no, because she went quiet as well, you know, you're just wondering, like, is everything okay with my baby, you know, like, ma'am, you're not saying anything. So she's checking, and she was like, mommy, everything looks good, but there's only one thing that I'm not happy about. And she's like, you see, she shows us there on the scan, she was like, yeah, you see here by the stomach, she was like, yeah, there's a lot of fluid in the baby's stomach, right? Which is not normal, and she's also not happy about it. So she was like, so I'm gonna have to go for more tests, blood tests again. Bear in mind, the previous appointment I went for blood work, so now I had to go again, so that we can find out what the problem is and what the cause of the fluid is. Hopefully the blood work will be able to tell us. So now I'm freaking out. I'm just like, oh, my mind just went, see, you know, when you just hear a ringing sound, I just went completely blank. Like, I hear her, but I don't hear her. You know, I'm just already thinking of the worst case scenario. I'm freaking out. I'm already worried about the baby. And she was like, no, if the tests don't show us what the problem is, they're gonna have to do like a test where they inject my stomach and then they test the fluid. I'm already freaking out. I'm just like, what is going on? We didn't even get to find out the gender that appointment, because now the focus was just on this whole situation. And she showed us on the scan and everything, and you're like, I immediately cried. In that doctor's room, I immediately cried. My mom was like, girl, try not to stress, it's not good for the baby, you know, we still need to do tests, don't overthink too much. Gamo, my fiance, is also texting me. He was like, babe, how's the appointment going, is everything okay? And I didn't want to tell him yet because I know my person, he was gonna freak out. And he's at work and I didn't want him to stress. So I was like, no babe, like everything went, like, is okay. I'll tell you when you get home. So yeah, my mom came back home with me. She spent the day with me just until my fiance comes back. And then I told her, I was like, no, don't tell him anything yet, because I'll tell him, because we had to still drop my mom off. So we still needed to drive and drop my mom off at home and then come back, you know. So I was like, I'll tell him when we come back. That was so hard, keeping that from my fiance and not being able to tell him immediately. And then when we came back, I told him, like, babe, we need to talk, you know, this is how the appointment went. Oh, and I just cried. Oh, I literally just cried. I cried like a baby. and I was just so worried, guys. Like, it's just so crazy how you haven't even met this person, but you care for them so much, and basically the thought of even anything bad happening to them is just so scary. Like, I was just like, God, this can't be happening now. Like, everything has been going so well. Oh, I was a mess. I was a mess, honestly. And then we told our families and stuff. He told his parents, and everyone was like, no, don't worry, guys. We'll pray for you guys. We'll keep you guys in our prayers. We'll pray for baby as well. Everything will be fine. The fluid will go away, you know, the next appointment, because the doctor said we have to come back urgently the next week to get the result and everything. And if the tests don't show what the reason for the fluid is, we're gonna have to do that little procedure. So I'm freaking out about that as well, you know. Google as well. Google is not making anything better. Oh yeah, I was honestly go-sharing. Like, I was a mess. I was just crying. Even the next day, I was just crying. And then I remember just praying and kneeling down. I was just like, God, again, I don't have control over this right now. I'm giving it all to you, and I know that you wouldn't bring me this far and give me this blessing only for you to take it away. I prayed, and I was like, God, I'm giving it to you. I'm not going to stress about this. I'm not going to cry about this anymore, because it's not good for me and it's not good for my baby, and I left it to God. And funny enough, I got sick. I think it was the stress as well. I got sick. I got flu. The next day, I started getting flu symptoms. Gamo, remember that pregnancy, you can't really take much medication, so I had to thug it out. That was a bad flu. I ended up having to go to the doctor. The doctor sent me to go to the emergency room because I'm pregnant, and flu. I had a very high fever, my temperature as well. I was getting hot, cold, basically. Yeah. When we went for the results, my fiance went with me, and the doctor was like, the results don't show like any sign what could be causing the fluid, because my stuff came back healthy, everything looks normal, so there's no indication from the blood results what the problem is. So now that meant that we have to make the decision whether or not to do the whole injecting my stomach fluid testing thing. And yo, guys, in that moment, I was just telling my fiance that like, we're really adults. In that moment, it was the doctor, Motwaga, Linna, and the doctor was like, you guys have to decide. And it was a decision that only me and him could make together. Oh, mom, what should we do? Oh, dad, what should we do? You know, it was literally just us two and doing what's best for our baby. And my partner was just like, let's just do it. If this is going to be what's best for the baby, let's just do it. And I was just like, you know what? I'll just have to take one for the team. And I was like, yo. So she was going to inject me on my stomach to and basically drain that fluid so that they can go test it. And she starts scanning my stomach and everything, and the doctor's like, have you guys been praying? And we're like, yeah, we've been praying, everyone has been praying, why? And she was like, no, mommy, I'll tell you guys now. And she scans and everything. Oh, and by the grace of God, and she was like, listen, the fluid went away on its own. Oh, I was like, thank you, Mudimu waka. God is so good. She was like, no, the fluid went away on its own within a few days. We didn't even have to do anything, and we didn't even have to go ahead with that whole injection testing thing. I was like, oh my God, the Lord that I serve. So the only reason I wanted to keep my pregnancy private and off the internet is because once you share something with the world or on the internet, you are obviously opening yourself up to opinions. People are gonna have an opinion, and you can't be mad about it, you know, because you shared that part of your life. So I honestly didn't want people's opinion of don't do this, do that, don't eat this, eat that, you know, because I'm surrounded by people who are there to guide me. Also, I just wanted to enjoy the little bubble that I was in, that my fiance and I were in, our family, friends, you know. It was just a nice place to be in, and I wanted to keep it that way. I just wanted to have that thing to myself and ourselves, and to just protect it, you know. And I just decided I'm just gonna keep it private. It's not like I was gonna give birth and then rock up after 3 years with a baby like, oh guys, I had a baby. I was definitely gonna tell you guys. It's just that I was just waiting for the right time when I was ready to share the news with you guys, when I felt like I was ready. So it just happened that third trimester, what was the first thing I posted? I had a campaign, I had a work campaign. I needed to show up now, and I knew that I was gonna get comments about my appearance and everything, and obviously people suspecting, because the suspicions started from my birthday shoot. I got a few comments, and the annoying thing is that like, it was just women commenting like, oh, are you pregnant, you know, oh, congratulations, is that a bump I see, you know, and it was just like, ma'am. So yeah, I had that campaign, I had to shoot, and yeah, hey guys, I even had to go and filter out certain words on my social media posts. I had to filter out the baby bump emoji, baby on the way, bump. Listen, anything pregnancy related, I had to go and filter out those words from my comments because it was just a lot. I kept on deleting comments. Sometimes I would even maybe like when I'm sleeping, and maybe there's a comment that came in and I didn't see it. Now it's getting a lot of likes and traction. People are entertaining each other, and then it even went to Twitter now. Somebody took it to Twitter. I just felt like that was so insensitive, you know, the fact that somebody hasn't even shared themselves like, oh guys, I'm pregnant, you know, like why not just wait for the person to share? When I immediately went to Twitter, I had no control over it now, because now people from Twitter were coming to my TikTok. So the whole comments and, you know, social media thing was just a lot, because I really tried to keep it off the internet for as long as I could, but unfortunately at that point I couldn't control it anymore because I had to show up for work. So it's just really unfortunate that people were going on the way that they were, and like I said, the fact that it was coming from women, and also the fact that it was black women who know culturally and the way that we do things normally, you know, you know. So you know the reason why I'm not saying anything yet, but obviously when the right time comes, I'm gonna tell you guys. So I just feel like people need to respect people's privacy and just wait for people to announce themselves, you know, because it's not like I was hiding my pregnancy. When I went to the malls, those who saw me and my bump was showing, they saw me, and I've bumped into subscribers as well who were so chilled, who didn't make it awkward, and I love you guys so much. To everyone who noticed that I was pregnant and saw every single sign but decided to keep it to themselves, you have a special place in my heart. I love you so much, and I pray to God that everyone else can learn from you guys, because wow. But other than those two things, but everything else, I've had an amazing pregnancy journey. It's been such an honor, it's been such a blessing, such a privilege to be carrying my little baby, my pumpkin that I can't wait to meet. I can't wait to meet the person that has been kicking me like crazy and just rolling and keeping me awake at night. I can't wait, like I'm so excited. I also just want to give a huge shout out to my fiance as well. Like, yo, that man carried me, guys. He has carried me so much this whole pregnancy, literally from day one. He has been there. He has been through my mood swings, my emotions, feeding my cravings, driving out at night to McDonald's, KFC, to get what I want, you know, just taking care of me and making sure that I'm okay and that baby's okay. And I honestly couldn't have done it without him, and I'm so grateful for him, the father of my child, my fiance, Motswaga, the love of my life. I love him so much, and I appreciate him so much, and I always tell him. But yeah guys, that is the end of this video. That is a life update that was very much overdue, and I'm so glad we're all caught up now. I did document my pregnancy journey, so there are more vlogs coming, so stay tuned. I hope that you'll enjoy them. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Please don't skip the ads. Please watch those ads for the sake of Mwana, for the sake of Ingani. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.